Hello students, I am Sunny sir from Mahdi English School. This is the video for students of class 3 subject English. I hope all of you are healthy, all of you are eating proper diet, eating healthy food, avoiding junk food, staying indoors, maintaining cleanliness, obeying your parents. Today's thought: if you look at what you have in life, you will always have more. If you look what you do not have in life, you will never have enough. This thought means that be happy with what you have. Whatever God has given is the best for us. We have to be happy with what we have. We should not look at others and we should not feel jealous or envious. We should be happy, we should be thankful for what we have. The instructions I tell you every day are: be considerate of others, listen when others speak, take turns, have good table manners, offer your chair or seat, greet people with a smile. Use the words which show good manners like please, I am sorry, may I, excuse me, you are welcome, thank you. All these words to be used. So in today's video, we will continue with chapter number 1, Max's words. We were reading the notes of the chapter. We shall continue reading the notes of the chapter. Then we will also solve the textual exercises of the chapter. Let us continue. So in the previous video we had started reading the notes. First we had read hard words. Just have a look at the hard words that we have read. I had also told you to write in the rough book one time, and I hope all of you have written. After that we had read meanings. So all these were the meanings. Then give one word we had read in the previous video. After that we had also read fill in the blanks. Right? So today we will continue with complete the following sentences, also called CF. Complete the following sentences. So while watching the video, one time you can write in rough book. Later on you can write in fair book when I send the PDF in the group. Number 1. Benjamin had stamps of dash. Answer is many colors and sizes. Again, Benjamin had stamps of dash. Answer is many colors and sizes. See, so many different colors and sizes, stamps you can see. This type of collection Benjamin had. I hope all of you are writing it one time in rough book. Number 2. Max collected his favorite colors dash. Green, blue, brown. Max collected his favorite colors dash. Green, blue, brown. These were the 3 favorite colors of Max that he had collected. Number 3. Soon, Max's collection of words dash spread into the hallway. Soon, Max's collection of words dash spread into the hallway. His collection of words grew so bigger that it spread into the hallway. The whole hall was filled up with the collection of his words, right? Number 3 was the last CF. Now we shall read true or false. True or false should be the heading that you have to give in your rough book. Number 1. Benjamin liked collecting coins. Is it true or false? It is false. Why is it false? Because Benjamin liked collecting stamps. not coins. So this statement is false because Carl liked collecting coins, not Benjamin. Number 2. Benjamin liked Max's idea of collecting words at once. Is that true? Benjamin, did he like Max's idea at once in the beginning? False. Benjamin did not like Max's idea at once. Both Benjamin and Carl said it is not a good idea. Number 3. Max collected both small and big words. Yes, it is true. First, Max started collecting the smaller words like a, the, its, it. Then he collected bigger words like alligator, crocodile, baseball, right? Number 4. Max's favorite colors were red, blue and brown. False. Why? Because which were the 3 favorite colors? His favorite colors were green, blue and brown. Here it is given red, blue and brown. So that is false. Number 5. Max's collection became so big that it spread into the hallway. Answer is true. His collection was so big that he was not able to put it on the desk, on the table, and it spread into the hallway. He had to spread that collection into the hallway so that he can adjust all the words that he had. So his collection spread into the hallway. True. The next is question answers. So question answers are very important for any lesson. You know that question answers are the only thing which carry maximum marks. So question answers you have to learn by heart. You have to read along with me so that you can learn along. Number 1. What did Carl like collecting? So what was Carl's hobby? Carl liked collecting coins. What did Carl like collecting? Carl liked collecting coins. Once again, what did Carl like collecting? Carl liked collecting coins. See, this is the collection of coins he had. Number 2. How did Max collect the words? From where did he take the words? He cut them out of magazines and newspapers. How did Max collect words? He cut them out of magazines and newspapers. See, this is newspaper, like we have Times of India, right? The Gujarat Samachar. Then this is a magazine, Friends magazine. You can see different images and many stories in it. Number 3. Which were the favorite colors of Max? Which were his 3 favorite colors? His favorite colors were green, blue and brown. Which were the favorite colors of Max? His favorite colors were green, blue and brown. So these 3 colors he liked, and he had collected these 3 colors. Next. What story did the 3 brothers create? What was the story created by the 3 brothers? They created a story about a little worm and a hungry crocodile. Remember the story? That little brown worm who wanted to become a big green snake. Then crocodile came there and he said, I am hungry. The little brown worm darted down the hole. So the worm saved its life from crocodile. So this was the story. They created a story about a little worm and a hungry crocodile. Number 5. What kind of a boy was Max? What were the qualities in him? Max was clever and smart boy. Max was a clever and a smart boy. What kind of boy was he? Clever and smart. He was clever and smart means he was intelligent. He had some good ideas and he collected words. That was a unique hobby. Now, after completing question answers, let us read who said to whom. Who said to whom means what? See, the sentences are taken from the lesson, from the textbook, and you have to think that who spoke these sentences to whom. The characters in the story you already know: Max, Benjamin, and Carl. So, Max is the main character of the story, and the other two are his brothers, Benjamin and Carl. Let us read who said to whom. Number 1. I am going to collect words. Who said this sentence? You already know Max said this, but to whom did he say? Max said to his brothers. Benjamin and Carl were standing there, and Max said this sentence: I am going to collect words. Max said to his brothers. Number 2. I have got 1000 stamps. So, who had got stamps? You already know Benjamin had got stamps. So, who said this sentence to whom? Benjamin said to Max. Benjamin said that he had 1000 stamps, right? But he would not give even one stamp to his brother. So, Benjamin said to Max that he had got 1000 stamps. In exam, if the question is given, you just have to write this much. Benjamin said to Max. Number 3. You don't have enough. Who said this? Carl, Max's brother. When Max was talking about making a story, when Max said that he would make a story, then Carl said, you don't have enough. Means you don't have enough words. Benjamin also said, a story takes a lot of words, but this sentence, you don't have enough, was spoken by Carl to Max. Then the last topic that we have for writing in the fair book, make the sentences. Some words have been given from the story and you have to make sentences from it. And you can make your own sentences also, but make sure that the sentences are correct. There are no grammatical mistakes in the sentences. You have to make sure, right? Number 1, unique. U-N-I-Q-U-E, unique. Let us read the sentence. Max had unique hobby of collection of words. As I told you, the meaning of unique means one and only. No one has that kind of thing that is called unique, very unusual, very different. So, do you think that anyone else had this kind of hobby? This was the very strange hobby that we had seen in the lesson. Max had unique hobby of collection of words. So, some of you might be having unique hobby like Max. You can write your own sentence over here. I have got a unique hobby of traveling. You can make your own sentences, right? But if you write this sentence, it's good because there will be no mistake. Number 2. COLLECTION, collection. Collection means to collect something. To collect some things, that is called collection. Benjamin had a collection of stamps. As you can see the stamp collection over here. So many stamps he had collected of different colors and different sizes. So Benjamin had stamps of different colors and sizes. He had a collection of it. Benjamin had a collection of stamps. So many stamps he had. Number 3. ADMIRED, admired. These poems were read and admired by many people. These poems were read and admired by many people. So, admired means to give love and respect. To admire something means to like that thing a lot and to respect that thing. That is called admired. So, the poems which the poet wrote, all the children liked that poem and everyone admired it, everyone liked it a lot. So, you can make your own sentence like I admire my father or I admire my mother. That is also the correct sentence. Number 4. Rapidly. What is the meaning of rapidly? Rapidly means very quickly, fast. Sentence: Max's collection started growing rapidly. Max's collection started growing rapidly means very fast his collection grew, and he collected the words so quickly that he was able to make a story with the help of his brothers. So Max's collection grew rapidly. The boy ran rapidly in the race. That is also the sentence. The boy ran rapidly in the running race. Number 5. Slithered. Slithered means to slip down. That is called slithered. The worm slithered into the hole. The worm slithered into the hole. Slithered means it slipped and it went down inside the hole. So the worm slithered into the hole. These were 5. Number 6. Hallway. Hallway means hall or corridor. What is the sentence? Max's collection spread in the hallway. You can say that the family was having dinner in the hallway. So, this is how we make sentences. This was the 6th one about hallway. These were 6 make sentences. Till here you will write in fair book. Now, let us continue with the textual exercises. So, here we have textual exercises. If you know that I have sent the PDF of the textbook in your WhatsApp group, you can check that PDF and you can check the page number also. It is on page number 7. We are starting the exercises given in your textbook, and these exercises have to be written only in the rough book one time, because these are the textual exercises. If you have got printout or if you have got the textbook hard copy, then you may also write in it. Let us continue. The first exercise is pronunciation. Pronunciation exercise. Listen to these group of words beginning with CO. K sound, CO. How to speak these words? Let us read. You all have to read along with me because this is reading practice, pronunciation. COLLECT, collect. COLLECT, collect. COMMUTE, commute. COMMUTE, commute. COPPER, copper. COPPER, copper. COPIED, copied. COPIED, copied. So you see, here we say K sound, here it is ko sound. It is collect and commute, here it is copper and copied. So the pronunciation differs from word to word. Collect and commute, right? Do you notice the difference between the sound that CO makes in the first and the second group? This is the first group. This is the second group. Collect and commute are pronounced with short K sound. See, K, collect, K, commute. It is pronounced with K sound. Whereas copper and copied are pronounced with KAW, ko sound. It is ko. Copper and copied. So this is how the pronunciation differs from word to word. Now, here is the exercise given. Say these words aloud. Circle the ones which have the CO sound as in collect. How do we say collect? K sound, collect. So we have to circle the words which have the sound like collect, K sound. One has been done for you. See, one is given CONNECT, connect. It is K sound, connect. Let us see which are the other K sound words. Let's read number 2. COMMITTED, committed. COMMITTED, committed. Is it K sound or ko sound? It is K, right? Committed is the word which we will circle. Committed means to give promise to someone. Next, COLD, cold. What sound it is? Ko sound. COLD, ko, cold. So this is not the correct word to be circled. Next, COMPARTMENT, compartment. Compartment. So compartment begins with K sound. So we will circle that. Compartment. Next, COMBINE, combine. How do we speak? K sound, combine. So that also we will circle. It is K sound, combine. Next, COMPENSATE, compensate. Compensate. With which sound do we read? Compensate. So this also we have to circle. Let us circle it. Compensate. Next, CORRECT, correct. CORRECT, correct. So correct also begins with K sound. So we will circle that. Next, COAL, coal. So coal begins with CO, ko sound, coal. Right? So we will not circle it. The next exercise we have, textual exercise, is grammar. What is the exercise? Read these words from the story. Which are the words? Coins, stamps, words, crocodiles, bananas, pancakes. These are nouns that can be counted. Such nouns are called countable nouns. So you know which concept we are learning now? Countable and uncountable nouns. The nouns, the things which we can count, are countable nouns, while the things which we cannot count are uncountable nouns. We usually add a, an, or a number in front of the countable nouns. We usually add a, an, or a. We add these words before countable nouns. Like we say a book, an apple, 2 boys, a dozen puppies. So all these things are countable. We can count number of books, apples, boys, puppies. All these are countable. But now see these words given below. Grass, sugar, water, paper, oil, juice. Can we count these things? No. We cannot count. We cannot say 1 sugar, 2 water, 3 oil. We cannot count these things. Right? So these things are called uncountable nouns. These words which we just read. Like we don't say 4 sugars or a water. Never. These nouns cannot be counted. Such nouns are called uncountable nouns. Because we cannot count these nouns, so we give the name uncountable nouns. So here is an exercise given. You have to write this exercise one time in rough book. What is the heading? Identify the nouns in the box as countable or uncountable. Write them in the correct columns. So, two columns have been given: countable nouns and uncountable nouns. We have to read the words and decide whether the noun given is countable or uncountable. The first word is tea, country, milk, cotton, chair, salt, goat, artist, spoon, cheese. These are the words given in the box. Now, let us write countable nouns. Countable nouns, we have to decide which nouns can we count from the given options. See, first one, tea. Can we count it? No, we cannot count tea. So, where shall we write it? We shall write it in the column of uncountable nouns. TEA. Tea. It is uncountable. Next, country. Yes, we can count number of countries in the world. So, COUNTRY. Country. It is which type of noun? It is countable noun. So, where shall we write it? In this column. Next, milk. Can we count it? No. Milk is uncountable. MILK. Milk. To be written in the column of uncountable nouns. Next, cotton. Cotton is uncountable. So, let us write that COTTON. Cotton over here. Next, chair. Can we count it? Yes, we can count number of chairs. So, that is countable. CHAIR. Chair. We can count the number of chairs, right? Next is salt. Can we count it? No. Salt, sugar, all these are uncountable nouns. We cannot count salt. We can just measure, but we cannot count it. Goat. Now, goat is countable. We can count the number of goats standing. Even if there are so many, we can count them. Next, artist. Artists are also countable. We can count the number of people who are standing there, who are artists. So, artist is countable. Next, spoon. Spoon is also countable. We can count the number of spoons that we have. We have a dozen spoon in the house. So, spoon is countable. And the last one is cheese. Can we count cheese? No. We use cheese and butter for applying on many things like sandwich. It makes it cheesy. It makes the food cheesy. So, cheese is uncountable noun. So, this was the exercise, your textual exercise given on page number 9 of your English textbook. I want you to write this exercise one time in rough book. You will write this heading, you will write this options, and then you will make two tables, and same way you have to write as I have written. So thank you all of you for watching my video. Have a wonderful day.